Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this hair growth oil. This is an ayurvedic hair oil, and these are all the powders that I will be using. If you don't know what Ayurveda is, it is a natural system of medicine that originated from India more than 3,000 years ago. And Ayurvedic treatment is a safer alternative than all the chemically loaded products that we normally use in our hair, and it has a variety of healing remedies. Okay. So first off, we're starting off using henna. So I will be using a tablespoon of each one of these Ayurvedic powders. And henna, it promotes hair growth. It repairs damaged hair. It cleanses the hair, and it deep condition and fights off dandruff and flakiness. So if you do have problems with dandruff and flakiness, I can confidently say that most of these, in fact, all of these Ayurvedic herbs that I will be using today does help with dandruff and flakiness and also inflammation to the scalp. Okay, so I'm using 1 tablespoon of henna. And guys, if you are going to be using henna in your hair growth oil, I would recommend starting off with a teaspoon because some people can have allergic reaction to henna. Next up, I have aloe vera powder. So aloe vera, it has an active ingredient to help strengthen the hair. It controls greasy hair. It has an enzyme that breaks down fat, so strip the hair of extra oil, sebum. And it protects the hair from UV damage and also help with itchy scalp. And again, we're using a tablespoon of this powder. If you do have aloe vera gel or aloe vera juice, you can continue to use those in your regular hair care regime as well, because the more the merrier, the better the benefits. Okay. Next, we have Shikakai. So Shikakai, it helps to control hair loss. It prevents dryness. It helps to detangle the hair. It cleanses the scalp without affecting the hair natural pH. It slows down premature graying, and it promotes growth. Okay, so if you are loving the natural color of your hair, then you do want to add some Shikakai to your hair growth oil. Okay. And again, we're using 1 tablespoon of this powder. And guys, just make sure you're sealing back all of your powders properly before putting them away, because you don't want them to spill. Okay? Just gonna give the stove a bit of a wipe. Next up, I have Neem. Neem also helps with cleansing dandruff. It cleanses the scalp. It can be used to treat head lice. It conditions the hair, strengthens the hair follicle, add volume, and it adds shine. So if you are somebody like myself that naturally has brittle hair, and you just have thin hair and you want that little bit of volume, you just need that extra kick, you know. So I would advise to give Neem a go. So next up, we're going to be using Brahmi. And Brahmi reduces hair loss by treating dandruff and reduces inflammation to the scalp. So if you do have inflammation to your scalp and again dandruff, then this is definitely one of the Ayurvedic powder that you want to be using. Okay, just going to speed this up a bit. Our next Ayurvedic powder of choice is Amla. So Amla, it nourishes the hair as it have natural source of vitamin C, iron, calcium, and phosphorus. It does help strengthens the hair, controls dandruff, flakiness, and it prevents hair loss, and it does add shine as well. Last but not least, we have Bhringraj powder. And the Bhringraj, this one here, it increases blood circulation to the roots and to the scalp, which promotes hair growth, okay? And it does help strengthen the hair as well. Okay, just gonna speed this up as well. And as you can see here, guys, I'm turning my stove. My stove, it goes from 1 to 6, with 6 being the highest. And I tend to heat up the powder together for 5 minutes at a low heat of 2. And there's a closer look at what my powder is looking like when it's all mixed together. And now I'm going to be adding my extra virgin olive oil. And extra virgin olive oil, I'll be using 1.5 cup of this. Initially, I just use 1 cup, but later on in the video, you will see me adding half more cup to the mixture. Extra virgin olive oil, it helps to nourish and protects the hair. It can be used as a hot oil treatment. It can be added to hair mask or used as a hair mask, and it can be used as a leave-in conditioner. Okay, now I'll be adding my extra virgin coconut oil. And extra virgin coconut oil, it heals damaged hair by softening, hydrating, and strengthening those brittle, broken strands of hair. So if you are somebody, when you hold your hair against the light and you can see all that split ends, you can see the different colors, you can see knots, then try adding some coconut oil to your hair care regime, and this should help reduce the problem. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir this together, mix it up on a low heat. So like I said before, my stove go from 1 to 6. So when I'm mixing the oil along with the powder, I keep it at a 4, because I'm not trying to get this to a boil. I just want everything to mix in quite nicely. So I'm just going to stir this until I start seeing some bubbles. So as I speed this up, you will start seeing the bubbles coming up, at which point I will be turning off my stove. So here I am adding some more extra virgin olive oil. And the reason for this, guys, you know that coconut oil does harden in cold temperature, and I do live in England. So if you do live in a cold climate, then I would recommend using more extra virgin olive oil to maintain the consistency of your oil. Okay. And that was the last drop from my bottle, really. So there we go. I'm just going to mix this up together now. Guys, you will see me picking up my cat. His name is Shadow. He's ever so cute. He does like messing around with me whenever I'm doing something in the kitchen, just to see what I'm up to. And you will see him popping up again. There he is. So as you can see, guys, I'm stirring my oil, and you start to see those bubbles coming together. And at this point, I'm just gonna turn off my stove, and I will be pouring this into a mason jar after I leave it to cool for a couple minutes. So having a closer look at that, guys, you see all those bubbles, and I'm just giving it a final stir before turning off my stove. Because remember, guys, we don't want this to boil, because we're not cooking anything. We're just trying to get all the components of our ingredients to combine together. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to pour this into my mason jar. Ensure that you pour every single thing, including the powder. Do not strain your oil at this point, because you want to leave this to sit for at least 2 weeks before using it. Allow the oil to separate from the powder and just get all that richness blended together. Okay, and that's pretty much how I make my ayurvedic hair growth oil, guys. If you want to continue to see me making more hair growth products, then please like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much again. Bye.